Here, this is the Pattaya Red Pill Report. Vincent van Gogh once shoved his hand into a candle flame and swore he wouldn't pull it out until a woman said yes to marrying him. She said no, twice. He burned himself, she walked away, and he looked like the kind of pathetic simp every man watching this should pray not to become. Now, you might laugh at him, but let's be honest. You're not much different if you just moved out here, fell in love with the first girl who poured you a whiskey in a Pattaya bar, and now get butthurt when she's laughing with other guys. You forgot one detail, champ. You didn't win her heart. You bought a girlfriend experience. And while you're sitting there, fuming like a jealous boyfriend, she's doing her job. So, let's break this down. Because what you're calling love is nothing more than limerence, a chemical prison you built in your own skull. And unless you understand it, it'll chew you up and spit you out the same way the city does to every weak man who confuses fantasy with reality. Before we tear into it, hit subscribe, drop a like, and check the links for Patreon and buy me a coffee. Because out here, even the truth costs something. What is limerence? Back in 1979, a psychologist named Dorothy Tenov coined a word for the madness that makes men act like clowns around women. Limerence. It's not love, it's not affection, it's obsession, dressed up in a cheap suit. Here's how it works. You meet a girl. She smiles, maybe touches your arm, pours you a drink. Your brain lights up with dopamine, the reward chemical that feels so damn good you keep chasing it. But while dopamine goes up, serotonin, the thing that keeps your logic in check, crashes. Add in oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and now you're attached to her like a puppy to its first owner. Sound familiar? It should. This is why guys in Pattaya hand over their wallets after one night, convincing themselves they found a soulmate in a freelancer who doesn't even remember their name by breakfast. The brutal truth? You're not in love, you're chemically high, and just like Van Gogh with his hand in the fire, you're the one lighting the match. How limerence traps you, here's the ugly play-by-play. Step 1, you meet a girl, she flashes a smile, maybe pretends to remember your name, and you're already building castles in the sky. Step 2, your brain floods with dopamine. It feels like winning the lottery, so you keep buying tickets. Step 3, serotonin plummets. That's your logic, your rational thought, your ability to say, wait, this girl calls 6 other guys baby every night. Gone. Step 4, oxytocin glues you to her like a stray dog following the first hand that feeds it. And before you know it, you're trapped. You think you're falling in love, but what's really happening is chemical warfare in your skull. You're the battlefield, and she doesn't even know or care that the war's being fought. This is why men move to Pattaya, meet a freelancer, and after 2 nights, start demanding exclusivity. Why are you talking to other guys? Because she's working. Idiot. You didn't buy her loyalty. You bought 3 hours of her time, maybe a night if you threw enough cash on the table. That's it, that's the contract. But your brain lies to you. It tells you she's different. It tells you she likes you for you. Meanwhile, she's texting 5 other sponsors while you're in the bathroom rehearsing how you're going to confess your feelings. Here's the truth you don't want to hear. You're not in a relationship. You're not her man. You're a customer high on his own delusion. You're not in love. You're just an addict chasing the next fix. The 3 outcomes. So what happens when you're knee-deep in limerence? Dorothy Tenov laid it out years ago. There are only 3 exits from this mental prison. Door 1, reciprocation. She actually likes you back. Sounds nice, right? In Pattaya, this is the lottery ticket most men think they're holding. But let's be real. You've got better odds of winning an actual lottery. You're not special, you're not her soulmate, and she sure as hell isn't quitting the bar because something feels different with you. That's the fantasy you tell yourself so you can sleep at night. Door 2, transference. You swap your obsession for the next girl, different face, same story. You convince yourself you've upgraded, but really, you've just hit reset on the same addiction. It's like switching from Sangzam to Leo beer and bragging that you've changed your life. Spoiler, you haven't. Doctor 3, starvation. This is the only door that actually frees you. You starve the addiction, you let the dopamine high burn out, you detox from her, and you claw your way back to sanity. Sounds brutal? It is. But it's the only path that ends with you still holding on to your wallet, your dignity, and your future. And here's where most men fail. They don't choose starvation, They chase reciprocation like wide-eyed children or bounce between transference like drunks on a bar crawl. And this city feeds on that weakness. Pattaya doesn't need to con you, you do it to yourself. So, the question is simple. Which door are you going to walk through? Because pretending there's a fourth option, the fairy tale ending, is how men go broke, bitter, and broken in this town. Are breaking the cycle. Now let's get something straight. You don't fall out of Limerence by accident. You break out like busting through prison bars. And if you don't, you'll rot in that cell until you're just another bitter old expat muttering about how Thai girls can't be trusted. So here's the playbook, stripped down and savage. Rule 1, kill the triggers. Stop stalking her Facebook, stop scrolling her line, and for fuck's sake, stop listening to sappy love songs while sipping Sangsum. That's not romance, that's self-harm. Every glance at her social media is like scratching a scab until it bleeds. Rule 2, replace the habit. When you catch yourself daydreaming about her, cut it off. Replace it with something that builds you up. Gym, business, language, even just walking Beach Road, sober and actually watching the chaos for what it is. Every time you redirect, you're taking back ground in the war for your mind. Rule 3, change your environment. Lonely nights in your condo are a trap. You're more vulnerable alone than in a bar full of hustlers. Be around people, real friends, not just girls who call you darling for a tip. Build a circle, build a life. Rule 4, reward small wins. Resist the urge to text her for one night? Good. Treat yourself with something that isn't destructive. Maybe a steak, maybe a sunrise walk. Reinforce the right behavior until it sticks. Rule 5, shift your damn identity. Ask yourself, is this who I want to be? Some middle-aged schmuck crying because his paid girlfriend is working? If the answer's no, then act like it. Start carrying yourself like a man again, not a mark. This isn't about positive thinking. This is war. Every trigger you cut, every habit you replace, every environment you change, it's another bullet in your gun. Out here, you either arm yourself or get bled dry. The red pill reality check. Here's the truth. Limerence isn't love. It's a glitch in your brain chemistry, a chemical circus that makes you mistake obsession for intimacy. You're not in love, you're intoxicated. Western culture raised you to believe that chasing, suffering, and obsessing was noble, that burning your hand for a woman like Van Gogh proved devotion. Out here in Pattaya, that programming will gut you faster than a soy 6 happy hour. The girl in the bar isn't your destiny. She's a professional. And the second you confuse her job for genuine love, you've already lost. You're not her man, you're a client. And if you can't swallow that pill, this city will chew you up, spit you out, and send you limping back to the West, broke, bitter, and humiliated. So the choice is simple. Starve the obsession, rebuild yourself, and walk into the night as a man who sees clearly. Or keep burning in the same fire Van Gogh did, crying out for a woman who was never yours to begin with. If you got value from this, hit the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. It tells the algorithm this kind of raw truth matters. And if you want to take it further, support the channel through Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, or memberships. It all keeps this thing alive. And to the guys already backing me, you know who you are? Thank you. Because this isn't just content, it's survival. Out here, illusions will cost you your wallet, your time, and maybe your life. The truth sets you free. I'm Josh, and this was your Pattaya Red Pill Report. If the truth hurts, good, that means you're still alive. See you next round.